A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal showdown, 17 states have joined forces to sue the Trump administration over its recent decision to withhold billions in federal funding intended for the expansion of electric vehicle (EV) charging infrastructure. This lawsuit, announced on May 7, 2025, highlights the ongoing tensions between state and federal authorities regarding environmental policies and infrastructure development. The states involved in the lawsuit, led by California, Colorado, and Washington, argue that the Trump administration's actions violate the bipartisan infrastructure law enacted in 2021, which allocated $5 billion for the establishment of EV chargers across the nation. The federal government had already disbursed approximately $3.3 billion of these funds before the Trump administration ordered a halt to further spending in February. California Attorney General Rob Bonta expressed strong disapproval of the administration's decision, calling it short-sighted and emphasizing that the funds were critical for shaping the future of transportation in the U.S. The lawsuit claims that the Federal Highway Administration, FHWA, overstepped its authority by revoking previously approved state plans and withholding funds that are vital for building charging infrastructure. The states contend that Congress, not the FHWA, holds the power to dictate the disbursement of these funds. The implications of this legal battle extend beyond just the immediate funding concerns. They touch on broader issues of climate change, job creation, and the future of the automotive industry in America. As electric vehicles become increasingly popular, the availability of charging infrastructure is paramount to encouraging consumers to make the switch from gasoline-powered cars. Currently, EVs account for about 8% of new car sales in the U.S., and many consumers cite the lack of charging stations as a significant barrier to purchasing an electric vehicle. The lawsuit comes amid a backdrop of heightened scrutiny regarding the Trump administration's environmental policies. Since returning to office, Trump has made it clear that he intends to roll back many of the green initiatives established under President Biden, including those aimed at reducing carbon emissions and promoting renewable energy sources. Critics, including California Governor Gavin Newsom, have condemned these actions as illegal and detrimental to American jobs, warning that they could lead to a loss of thousands of jobs to countries like China, which are investing heavily in green technology. Newsom further criticized Trump for his recent display of support for Tesla, suggesting that rather than merely promoting the company, Trump should be taking actionable steps to support the infrastructure necessary for EVs to thrive. The lawsuit also highlights the challenges faced by states in implementing their own ambitious environmental goals. California, for instance, has set a target for all new cars sold in the state to be powered by electricity or hydrogen by 2035. However, without the necessary charging infrastructure, achieving such goals becomes increasingly difficult. The states involved in the lawsuit are seeking a court declaration that Trump's directives are unlawful and are asking for a reversal of the FHWA's actions. They argue that the withholding of funds not only hampers their ability to combat climate change, but also undermines their efforts to build a robust green economy. As the legal battle unfolds, experts suggest that despite the Trump administration's attempts to slow down the EV charging infrastructure build-out, the momentum towards electrification in the automotive industry is unlikely to be halted. Automakers are increasingly committing to electrification, and consumers are showing a growing interest in electric vehicles. However, the success of this transition will heavily depend on the availability of charging stations, particularly in areas where access is limited. In conclusion, the lawsuit filed by these 17 states represents a critical moment in the ongoing struggle over environmental policy and infrastructure funding in the United States. As the nation grapples with the urgent need to address climate change, the outcome of this legal battle could have far-reaching implications for the future of electric vehicles and the broader green economy. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.